Let's do it.
My PJ.
1,000.
1,000 subscribers.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm so curious.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm so curious. So you know the questions, I don't.
I know the questions.
So yeah, but we're both gonna answer them.
Yep. You ready?
Ready.
The first question that I got the most is, how'd you met?
Okay.
Oh, of course they're curious about this.
Okay. You wanna go first?
Ani, you want to go first?
I was on Hinge, and
We need to explain about the Hinge first.
so
'Cause-
Hinge is a dating site, but it's not exactly like Tinder. Like Tinder is more, especially in America, it's more known as like a site for hooking up, whereas Hinge is a little bit more, mostly for people that are like trying to date, like seriously date. I actually, like a week before I messaged her, I saw her on like there's like this special page for like people that are really liked a lot. So it's usually attractive people on that page. And I saw her and I was like, oh, I'm gonna send her a message. And then I was like busy with one of my sessions and I forgot. And then when I came back, it like had changed in some way and I didn't see her. I was like, ah, shit. I was like really sad, you know? And then like a week later, I think it was around a week, maybe longer, I saw you again. And I literally for like probably no exaggeration, like 20 minutes, I was like thinking, what do I say to this girl to make her...
진짜?
Yeah, seriously, yeah. I was thinking like, what do I say to this girl that it's not too much, so she thinks I'm a psycho, but like, but it's enough to like get her to respond. And so I crafted a message that I think was a little bit long, but it was honest, and I just basically told her that I lived in Buamdong, and
That's
yeah, and
that was a good
else.
strategy.
Yeah.
완전.
So what did you think? Like what?
First of all, I want to explain the dating app culture in here because using dating app is not really a thing in Korea, and we have some kind of prejudice that people who are using dating apps are more nerd, not really sociable, that people can't really meet people in real life. That's why they're using dating app. But here is 완전 different, right? Dating app is the only way that you can find someone, 진짜로. Especially in New York. I think it's really, really hard to date someone.
It's so transient.
맞아.
You know, there's a lot of people just coming and going. So New York City specifically is a hard place to date.
But when I saw your message, I think the first point that I think you're a really nice person is that you sent me the rose. And rose is that you only can send once a week, right?
Yeah,
I think something like that.
Yeah, something.
Because it's really like a big compliment that you can give to someone. And he wrote like 3 or 4 sentences, and you were the only one who sent that long message. 그리고 the last sentence was, I used to live in 부암동 이래가지고 what? And I checked your profile.
Did you say, oh, hi, so hot?
Oh!
Really?
I first of all, I checked your photos, and then, 너무 하신데? 뭔가 something wrong with him이다. 너무 하시다.
Really?
너무 하시고.
wrong?
There's some things that I always check, that your religion, 그리고 if you smoke, and your politics preference, 그런 거. 근데 you didn't answer none of that 한 거야.
Yeah.
그래가지고 I'm not sure이지만 but he's too 하시니까 let's just start texting. 하자.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
Right. So basically, just to add one more detail, I asked her, after a couple of exchanges, I asked her to have a call. We were calling. Well, I pronounced her name correct.
맞아.
Right? And she was impressed by that. We were talking just a few minutes. And I was like, what are you doing right now? And she said, oh, nothing. I was like, you want to just go on a date? and then, yeah, sure. I'm going to drive to you because it's like 30 minutes from here to there. That's how we met.
Second question. How long have we been together? We just celebrated 1 year. Third, what's the age difference between you? 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's 30.
31.
Oh, 맞아. You're
I turned,
31이구나. In American age. So he's 31, I'm 25. How long did you talk or flirt before officially dating?
In America, we distinguish dating is like you're just going on dates. You're not a couple. You're not like officially boyfriend and girlfriend. And you're going out. It means you're boyfriend and girlfriend, and it's official. But in the dating stage, you have to determine is it exclusive? Is it exclusive or not? And for us, I mean, we both decided, yeah, we're gonna be exclusive. I don't even think we said it. I think I just told you, oh, I'm exclusive to you, or something, right?
아니지, you made an event 했잖아.
Made an event?
Oh, surprise event 했잖아.
No. What I mean is like exclusive, meaning I was not dating someone else. You know what I mean?
I thought that exclusive means that we are in a relationship.
No.
No?
Exclusive means that you're just being with each other and dating each other.
아니, 그 of course 아니야? 아니,
Yeah.
if you're dating with somebody, why would you date with another people too? Why would you date multiple people야? Of course you have to date only one person이지. 아니, 진짜 look at this American people 좀 봐봐. 여러분, 진짜 isn't that so crazy? That you told me on our second date that you just dated with me.
Yeah.
그러면 그 완전 스페셜했던 거네? You did 완전 special behavior to me는?
It is kind of special because I guess it depends on the couple, but sometimes they will just like assume, oh, I know you're probably dating some other people in the meantime because we only been on 1, 2, 3 dates, so yeah. But again, I don't want to give people that are watching this the wrong impression. This is not everybody.
맞아.
It's a fraction. It's maybe 1/8 or maybe 1/4 of the people in America.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's answer the question. Like a month and a half is.
I think a month.
Yeah, I think it was 5 weeks when I officially asked her to be my girlfriend. Do you want to tell that story in some way or?
Oh, I wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, 너무 romantic guy잖아. You guys should know how he did it.
Essentially, I won't tell the whole story, but like essentially, when we were down in Miami, we had a moment where Jion was like a little bit upset, and she was like, "Why didn't you ask me to be your girlfriend yet?"
I've been waiting 1 month and a week.
Yeah, and if anyone is watching this that is from America, you're like, what the fuck, Yeah, like in America, like it's natural for dating for a few months.
진짜로 막 5 months, 6 months 진짜로.
Yeah, well, 5 months, 6 months, they're kind of stringing you along, but like if it's a few months and then you kind of start to like make a decision, that's natural. But yeah, so I was like, oh shit, because the thing is, I already had the intention of asking to be my girlfriend. I was like, no, I like her, like I'm gonna like make her my girlfriend. But I didn't know the right timing, and I didn't want to push it. And when you said that, I was like, oh shit, okay, it's time. So I just like, all right, fine. So I just essentially I took her to a park near where she was living, really nice near the water. There was a bridge. At first, I had someone lay out some blankets for us to hang out, and I got her some ice cream, and then she went to the bathroom or something, or I don't know. And I set up when she did that. I set up some candles around the blanket because it was starting to get dark, and it was really
music.
Yeah, that music. It was really nice. Said a few things, and I presented her with this kind of booklet, and it was a bunch of photos of us. And I wrote a bunch of, really romantic things in each page and then gave it to her. And yeah, the last page said, "Would you be my girl fiend?"
Misspelled.
I misspelled. I was so nervous.
Not girlfriend, girlfiend.
Yeah, fiend. I forgot the R.
And we cried.
Yeah, we both cried. Yeah, I think we're both very emotional people.
맞아.
I mean, maybe I'm logical in my T, right? But I'm also emotional. I'm also emotional.
Another thing that's so special at that moment is that I was gonna go to Korea for a month, and I told him that I have to go to Korea this summer, and I'm gonna stay there for a month. And then on our third date, I was on the phone with my mom, and then he was next to me, and then he was like, "Oh, can I say hi to your mom?" And I say, "Oh yeah." And my mom was like, "It's her first time to see him," and then she was so excited because he's handsome. So my mom was like, "Oh, 우리 아들 사랑해 사랑해." On the first call, she was like, "Come visit Korea, come visit Korea." And then he asked me, "What did your mom said?" And I said, she said she want to invite you to Korea. And then the day that he asked me to be his girlfriend, he said, "I have one more thing." And then he showed me the flight ticket to go to Korea with me. And then you said, "Because I promised with your mom that I'm gonna go to Korea." 완전 romantic. And then we went to Korea together.
In that period, that like first like month of really being together, a lot of memories, a lot of beautiful things. We also like had some arguments in that time, you know. So that was a period where we really had to we had our first arguments and had to get through that. But overall, that month made us really close. Like seriously, made us really close. And like it's like we got through a lot of things in that period of time.
맞아. So next, what were your first impressions of each other? Was it love at first sight?
It's so hard for me to not answer with T. You know?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Love at first sight? No, because love is not something that you can just. That's infatuation. That's maybe an illusion that you project onto somebody. That's not love. You know, you can't call that's a demeaning, disrespectful to the word love and what it means. But that's maybe, you know, projection. You can call it. So, you know, that's just, anyway. I got the impression that you were like soft, kind. I didn't get your silliness at first. Like Jiyeon's really
너무
silly.
shy여가지고.
Yeah, you guys, since you guys watch, you know she has a really good sense of humor, and I love that about her. You know, but I sensed you as being shy, kind, and feminine in a way, because I prefer, you know. It's a spectrum, whatever. But the way that her kind of femininity was really attractive to me. Yeah, that was my first impression, and also just like really beautiful. So, yeah, I was like, oh shit, okay, let's see. Yeah.
My first impression said, wow, he's so tall. And I knew that you were 190 centimeter, but I've never seen 190 ever in my life before I met you. So I couldn't even imagine how it looks like. And so first impression is that, wow, 완전 톨이다. I was 너무 nervous because you are my first white American that I've ever dated. So I have this kind of like Casanova or something like that. They think Asian girls are easy or something. So I was afraid that if you're using me or like if you think that I'm easy. But I saw your inner child. And then also I was 너무 shy. I barely talk, and then you led the whole conversation. You kept asking me the questions like, "Oh, is it? Oh, is it?" And then I could feel that you want to make me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
He's handsome인데 not arrogant, not cocky 하네. How? And then second day he broke it. I told you that I actually never dated any like handsome guys. Because I don't like handsome guys. And you were like, why? Because they're not nice. They just play with girls and they'll never be nice. And then you were like, we can be nice too. Means that you're handsome. Like, we can be nice too. And then what you said is that the most beautiful thing about me is my mindset. And then you will know as we date more, spend time more.
I could be like not vain, but still arrogant with my mind or something, you know. But yeah, my point of saying that was like, yeah, like I want to be loved for my, not just for my, you know, looks, but for who I am, you know.
Next question. When did you realize you were falling for each other?
I think one of the really like clear moments was when we were in Korea and we were riding the dual bike.
Oh.
And then we stopped by the water. Yeah, and we were sitting on the rocks. And you remember what I said to you?
I think I remember.
Yeah. I think I was like looking at you in a way that I wanted to say that I love you, right? And I think I said to you, like, I want to say it to you in my mind 100 times before I say it to you out loud. In those moments, I think that was definitely one of the first moments that I really felt like, oh shit, maybe I'm gonna fall in love with this girl. Maybe I am falling in love with this girl.
진짜?
Yeah.
For me는 second date인데? second date인데?
From what you told me, I mean, I don't know. Maybe other Koreans are different. I don't know.
No.
All Korean. Okay.
All Korean. 진짜.
So I guess Korean people name love as something potentially lighter or something like you can just fall in quickly. But in America or most Americans, I mean, for me particularly, I'll speak for myself. Love is something that develops over time. It's a slow burn. There's passion, there's falling in love, but then there's also like being in love, and that is a deeper, long-term thing. It's this kind of like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you feeling. Like it's a really, really deep feeling. You know, and it comes with a lot of things, and there's a reason why all the poets and philosophers struggle to define it.
맞아. Saying I love you means a lot in America. So. But in Korea, if you decide to be girlfriend, boyfriend, we just say, I love you, love you. Next question. How often do you see each other during the week?
Our situation right now, which is going to change, it's going to change really soon because we're going to live with each other soon.
맞아요.
But it's like kind of like half the week or sometimes the full week.
맞아.
Sometimes half the week she'll be up with me, or other half I'll be down in the city with her because I'm outside the city. I'm like north of New York City. She's in the city.
But definitely at least once a week.
Yeah, for a couple days. Probably for a couple days. Sometimes, which I really appreciate this about you. Sometimes she will just come up to me, and then even though she has something, school or some kind of something to do tomorrow in the city, she'll go down in the morning. I'll drop her off on the train. She'll go down, and then she'll come up at night, and it's like an hour each way, and it's a lot, So I do appreciate that a lot actually. So yeah.
Because I value our time. How do you usually split the cost of dates? Most of the time he pays, but it's not like he pays everything because I don't want him to do it also.
Yeah, for me, it's like natural. Like, I'll pay for something, and then we never keep track. Oh, did you pay?
맞아.
It's like, oh, I'll pay for this one. Oh, and then sometimes she will push away my phone in basketball, box me out. Like, oh, I'm gonna pay, and then like push my phone away. But I usually always offer at least. And then sometimes I'll just wait for, okay, sometimes she wants to push it away. Sometimes she just lets me pay. And that's it. And that's kind of how we handle it. We don't really calculate.
맞아.
And
we don't really have problem with that. Never had, right?
Yeah.
You don't, right?
No, it's fine. Yeah. I think it's very anti-seductive to be calculating like your turn. Like it's kind of, I don't know, anti-seductive and not romantic, And
맞아.
yeah, I mean, luckily we're both in a position where we can afford to be that way. And I don't blame anybody that is more strapped for money that has to do that. I don't blame you, But just know that it is kind of anti-seductive if you're going to do that, especially in like the first couple dates. Like, come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Who said I like you or I love you first? Oh, it's me. But then accidentally.
Yeah.
Accidentally, I said I love.
It slipped out.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the cutest moment. Cutest moment.
Because when we play each other, I always make songs. I like my boyfriend, so I love maybe this car or something like that. And then I should have put another thing instead of boyfriend, but I'm so used to say I like my boyfriend, and I said I love my boyfriend, and then I was like, oh, because I knew that how big it is to say I love you, and he was surprised.
We both got quiet.
Oh,
and she just goes, Like, this is so cute.
And then I say
So cute.
sorry.
Yeah.
I say sorry to
This is
say I
sorry.
love you.
Yeah.
그니까 I should have done it more romantic way. I just say I love my boyfriend and then say,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's so cute. So cute.
So it's me.
Yeah.
Do you have any cute nicknames for each other?
We do.
Yes. He called me my girl.
Yeah,
Or
usually
my
girl.
love.
Yeah. Or I'll say my love.
Or my lobu. Or Ya Shinjian.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my name.
Or I sometimes recently I've been calling you Sweetums.
Oh, Sweetums.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
강아지, right?
Oh, that's how I call you.
Oh, okay. You call me that.
Oh.
So I call you
고양이.
Yeah.
고양이.
고양이.
I call him
멍멍이.
멍멍이 or 야튀
Mm.
or boyfriend. Yeah, I most of the time I call him boyfriend.
We don't really call each
boyfriend.
other baby. We never
No.
call each other that. It didn't feel natural.
What are the pros and cons of being an international couple?
That's a big question.
Good question.
That could be like a whole video in itself. Like, cons of, if we're talking is like the first one being language. Most of the time we understand each other. Sometimes she's unable to fully express herself. I mean, I'm not fully able to express myself. But most of the time, like, because of her level of English, even though she doesn't think it's good, I think it's really good. Affection, I don't know. I'm very touchy. I think you guys by now probably see it. Like, I'm very touchy. I love to kiss her.
And I really like that American people say something really sweet. How they say is 너무 sweet이야. The sentence itself가 너무 sweet이야. They didn't really ask something like straightforward. I would like us to do these things, Jian, my girl. Those things are so sweet이야. If it's in Korean, I would say, oh, I want to do this.
Yeah, because we don't want to impose on someone, you know? Actually, I think some of the cultural differences of like what's normal and accepted.
Oh,
that's
맞아.
like norms. Cultural norms, I think, is something that we both had to like work through.
맞아. 그냥 you can't expect that. Like maybe you think why he did it. It just doesn't make sense at all. In my culture, maybe in his culture, it's not like something like that. That we have to figure out what kind of differences we have. Just the thing that you never imagined in your life because of the culture.
Yeah.
Your background is not like that. TJ, do you study Korean or understand a bit of it?
So I don't like study it. I'm like starting to like commit to it. I bought this like thick book of like Korean vocabulary. I didn't even know, but you kind of said it and mentioned it, and some people mentioned it too, that I guess I have some knack for learning Korean because apparently my pronunciation is pretty good, and also she speaks to me in like Korean English the whole time, and I understand it. Like I'm maybe because I'm watching K-dramas or I'm listening to the whole time, but I've kind of gotten used to it. And so even though I'm not really like speaking it well, I can understand a decent bit.
Really well.
Yeah, I actually really do want to learn Korean. She knows I'm very busy, but I do. I think I am going to prioritize it because I do want to actually, when we get married, I want to spend more time in Korea. Actually, and yeah, cool language too. I actually like Korean. I like how it sounds. Yeah, I really do. I think it's a cool language.
Nice language. Jenna, was it ever difficult dealing with how open-minded Americans can be? Not for him. He's conservative compared to other Americans. And we have the core values in the relationship. That's why I can date with him. In my standard, that's crazy that you can still be friends with your ex or something like that. And then you call that they're your best friend or something like that. Or open relationship, something like that. Nah.
It's on the fringes of the dating culture.
Definitely Americans are more open-minded than us, but he's not. Have you ever fought?
Yep.
Of course! You guys are seeing only one side of our relationship. You should know that. Yeah. But we are also really sweet, loving each other. But 그냥 every couple has difficulty. But it's not because you're wrong. Your relationship is wrong. It's not because of that. It's just natural things.
Yeah, my mentor said this, and this is like really stuck with me a lot, is the deepest relationships trigger the deepest wounds. I don't know how much of this I even truly believe, but I've seen this a lot, that we actually attract the kind of person to our life that we need in the stage of psychological development that we're at. So in some way, we actually will attract someone that will challenge us at the right level we need to be challenged to get to the next psychological level. And that is one thing that I really acknowledge in our relationship, is that even though we didn't always consciously do it, actually our relationship has been developmental for both of us.
맞아.
Psychologically, in terms of our maturity. Conflict can actually be a way that you can create more depth and intimacy and connection if done the right way. So,
how do you usually resolve conflicts?
Good question.
We're still working on it, because when you are in an argument, that you get emotional, and sometimes it's out of your control, and it's because we're human. And we've been trying, and we will try. We'll just decide, just never give up, because we love each other, and our love is bigger than our argument or differences between us.
One of the things that like I often try to do, and I think we both try to do, is like trying to understand each other, trying to not put blame on each other, but essentially I think getting out of the blame of who's right and wrong.
Empathize.
Empathizing, slowing down. Those strategies usually help. So,
Yeah. What do you love most about each other? Both personality and appearance. I love that you are tall. Appearance first, because it's easy. Everything about you, appearance, 진짜로. From the top to the bottom, 진짜. Personally, he's 완전 romantic guy. 너무 romantic guy. And his inner child.
Appearance-wise, honestly, like your face, like you're like really pretty, like really these like fierce eyes, you know, like always take care of your hair, and your cheeks are so like full and so fat.
So full.
Yeah, so fat. No, not fat. They're so like feminine and soft, and yeah, like you don't look like a decrepit woman. You know, you look like you're full of life and like vitality, you know, and yeah, you're just really pretty. Personality wise, you're like a partner who's very like receptive and knowing where I'm at. That's one. Second is you're like really loving, so I always feel safe and loved by you, you know.
I'm
like,
glad.
Yeah, I really always feel like safe and loved by you. I can feel how much you love me. Like one is like thoughtful, you know, like you're really thoughtful.
잠깐만, I want to talk this too, because I told him that he's romantic. He's always putting effort in our relationship, and he's really tried to always conscious about how's our date going or how many times we've dated. He analyzed our recent dates, and should I put more effort to make some events for her, like a surprise for her. Like he always tried to do it, and he never want to stop doing it.
Yeah, like a relationship will become stale otherwise, you know? Like, you know, I have to put in effort.
Do you think you're a good match? Of course! See?
Yeah. I definitely think so. And both of us are seeing therapists and, you know, like / mentors, you know? I don't know how that culture is in Korea, but in America, it's like very common. You know, it's not seen, oh, something's wrong. It's seen as like, oh, you're working on yourself, you're developing yourself. And one of the things that independently both of them said to us in our journey is like, oh, you don't realize that actually you're really similar at the core to each other. So like on the outside, we actually are very different.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm extroverted, she's introvert. You know, I love nature and fitness and hiking. She doesn't. I really value like health, and she likes, you know, noodles and things like
spicy
that.
Sweets.
Yeah, exactly. But on the core, well, for what we want and these things, we're actually really similar, and that's why I think that we're a good match.
맞아. Do Jenna's parents know about TJ? How did they react?
Her mom loves me.
She loves him so much.
She even got tears in her eyes when I was leaving Korea.
Not just tears, she cried.
Yeah.
진짜로, she cried. 진짜 너무. Yeah. She's more open-minded than other Korean parents, I guess. And Yeah, she never judged him just because he's an American or foreigner or anything. She just love how he treats me.
And my parents love her.
Oh, actually, we have that question too. What do your parents think about your partner?
So my dad always says, "Oh, she's such a sweet girl. Such a sweet girl." My dad always says that. "Oh, she's such a sweet girl." So I think he thinks you're sweet. And my mom, she's talking about like, "Oh, she's so pretty. She's such a good match for you. Like she's so kind of like, thinks they're more like feminine and like like kind of like kind."
And your
gentle.
mom thinks that I'm so cute.
Yeah,
Does she always say that? Oh, you're so cute.
She does. Yeah, she does that, yeah.
It's like his
She
mom,
calls you like a doll.
So cute.
Yeah. She always does it. She always is like,
oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, she does.
Have you met each other's families? Of course. Yep. On our third date, I met his mom.
Yeah. It's funny because the first time I met her mom on the phone, like just in the car randomly, I didn't even tell her, but I was actually on the way, like 1 minute away from my parents' house, and I was just bringing them.
맞아. He just told me that we're gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell me. But did you plan it?
Yeah. I planned it.
진짜?
Yeah, I planned to bring. Yeah.
Why? You just wanted to show.
Yeah.
Why?
Like.
Do you talk about the future a lot?
Yep.
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
A lot, yeah. 70% of our conversation is about future.
Come on, that's exaggeration.
Nah, because I called him. That's a future.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we do call each other.
Yeah, sometimes we
wifey,
call each other
hubby.
wifey, hubby.
Yeah. True. Yeah, and whenever she gets me some card or I get her some card, usually it's like usually it says like marriage couple or like, okay, yeah, we do talk a lot about the future.
Have you ever thought I want to marry this person?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, for me it's the moments when we're just laughing a lot, so that like, marriage is like a lifelong conversation, and if you can't have good conversation and good banter with each other, like, yeah. So yeah, like when I have good banter with her and good laughs and good times, I feel, I can live with this person for the rest of my life.
And we feel the most free when we are together.
Mm.
Do you see marriage in your future? Yep. How often do you communicate throughout the day?
Yep. Yeah, like the whole day. Every morning we text each other.
But that's also that he's so different than other Americans. 완전 good texter, and he believes that he's better texter than me.
I am.
I think I'm better texter than him.
She has some good points, but
진짜 we texting like Korean couples do.
Yeah, like just throughout the day. Yeah.
TJ, what do you appreciate about Jenna being Korean?
The food.
That's right.
He makes super amazing food.
Super amazing Korean food, because Korean food is the best.
Yeah, plus the way she takes care of her body.
맞아.
Which I really like that.
Yeah.
I know it's not exclusive to Korean, but the way she takes care of her body. 애교.
맞아. 애교. They don't have the word 애교 in English. I think any other languages have 애교, and we have 애교. Even though you think that you don't have 애교, I'm the part of a girl who doesn't have 애교. But compared to girls from another country, then I have 애교. 진짜, we have 애교. You should believe this. Korean girls, everyone has 애교. And did you have any image of Korean women before?
I lived in Korea for years, so I.
Then before you went to Korea.
Before I went to Korea, any image? Before that, I was in Japan and I was in China. And in Japan, the women compared to Americans are like a little more shy. I had some imagination that Korean women would be more they would be more shy. But besides that, I tried to suspend any judgments that I had.
How is she different from American women?
Okay. Most of the differences are cultural. Maybe some of the ways you love me, maybe some of the ways you express that love, some of the things
that I have 애교 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like this. This is probably the biggest difference.
Jenna, what do you like about TJ being American? Being American? I don't know that he can speak English really well. even though he's an American, I think it's cool that he can speak English really well. And his family, because you know, we have this like intense relationship between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law in Korea. But it's not really common that mom jealous of their son's girlfriend and they think that this girl takes my son away from me, all those things. Like they don't really have that thoughts because of the individualism. They really believe that this is my son is not, it's not belong to me, it's not part of me. I mean, they love each other so much, but it's not like psychologically they're more mature in that way. His mom loves me so much because she loves him. That's why she respects me. Did you have any image of American men before? Like I said, it's more Casanova, cheating a lot, hook up. How is it different from Korean men? I think American guys are more masculine. Not about their body, their personality as well. Korean guys are more feminine, more emotional. I think so. Not everyone, of course.
But yeah, but it's me versus the...
No.
Yeah.
TJ, have you dated any Asian women before, Jenna? Ha!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I'm not exactly sure because when I was in Korea, like 2017, when I was in Korea, I think we may have been boyfriend girlfriend. Like we were dating exclusively for like 3 months. You know.
But you never asked?
I don't even remember. Maybe I did. I'm not sure. I truly don't remember.
But he's not the one who's always dating only Asian. No.
No. It's, yeah.
Last question. Jenna, have you dated any non-Korean or American guys before, TJ? No. Not girlfriend, boyfriend. No. Finish.
Wow. Well, now you guys know more about us.
Yeah, thank you for sending us these questions.
Yeah, thank you for being interested. I really appreciate that. It makes us feel loved and it makes me feel good.